welcome to this thing here. It's called Nerd Quiz. It's episode 1 of the brand new video trivia challenge about all things nerdly and geeky and great. I am your host. My name is Michael Channing, and I welcome you, one and everyone, to Nerd Quiz. We're going to have 20 questions on a few different topics and maybe a little bit of nostalgia as well. Definitely a little bit of nostalgia as well. Here we go. We're going to start off with round 1. Round 1 is on literature, or as the British say, literature, because they're better than we are. No, they're not. They just talk. They talk cool. They talk different, and it's cool. It's way cooler than how we talk. Literature is round 1. What I'm going to do is I will read the first line, the very first sentence of a science fiction or fantasy novel, and I want you, the listening people at home, to name the title of the book and its author as well. And that's easy. We're going to do 5 of those. Here we go. Number 1. In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. Number 2. It was a pleasure to burn. Number 3. The sky above the port was the color of television tuned to a dead channel. Number 4. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. And number 5. The stranger came early in February, one wintry day, through a biting wind and a driving snow, the last snowfall of the year, over the down, walking as it seemed from Bramblehurst Railway Station, and carrying a little black portmanteau in his thickly gloved hand. Round 2 is on television, specifically the television program MST3K, Mystery Science Theater 3000. Number 6. What 3 television channels did Mystery Science Theater 3000 air on during its 11-year run from 1988 to 1999? Number 7. What is the name of the space vessel in which the human host of the show and his robot pals are held captive? Number 8. The rocket camera used to supply exterior shots of the vessel is named for a song by what eccentric jazz musician? Number 9. According to the first few iterations of the theme song, when in the not-too-distant future does the show take place? And number 10. What director's films have been featured on MST3K more than any others? Round 3 is on video game deaths. I'm going to play you the audio of 5 video game death scenes, and I want you to name the character that is meeting its demise. Number 11. Number 12. Number 13. Number 14. And here is number 15. And the final round, round 4, is on movie posters. We're going to look at a portion of a movie poster, and you have to simply name the movie. Here we go. Number 16. Number 17. Number 18. Number 19. And number 20. And here are the answers to the very first nerd quiz. Yay, let's see how you did. Number 1, in literature, that was an easy one, wasn't it? That one, of course, was The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Number 2, also pretty easy, you probably remember that from grade school, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. Number 3 is The First Line to Neuromancer by William Gibson, and is the only thing about Neuromancer that has managed to stick in my mind. Number 4, probably also remember from grade school, that is 1984 by George Orwell. I remember my teacher loved that opening line. Clocks are striking 13. How can they do that? Well, it's on a 24-hour clock. Anyway, number 5, not a lot of giveaway in this one. You really had to think hard or remember very well. That is the opening line to The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. Round 2 was on Mystery Science Theater 3000, and that show aired on 3 different channels. For number 6, the local cable access channel KTMA in Minneapolis, Minnesota, on Comedy Central, of course, or the Comedy Channel, which is what it was first known as, and then of course it ended its run on the Sci-Fi Channel. Number 7, the main cast, the human host, and his robot pals are all held captive on the Satellite of Love. Number 8, the rocket camera that gives the outside shots of the satellite is called Rocket Number 9, as in,
"Hey Cambot, give me rocket number 9 quick, I want to see an exterior of the ship."
And that is named after a song by Sun Ra. Seriously, check out Rocket Number 9. There's a video of it on YouTube. It's very cool and extremely trippy. Number 9, in the first few iterations of the theme song, it changed quite often, but for a while, the show took place in the not too distant future, next Sunday AD. And number 10, Bert I. Gordon has had a total of 8 movies mocked and ridiculed by MST3000. Not sure if that's that great a distinction, but Mr. Big has had 8 films mocked by my favorite television show. Round 3 was on video game death scenes, and number 11 was the death curse of Q*bert. Number 12 was the spinny, flashy death of Link. From the original Zelda, the greatest video game ever, I may add. Number 13 was me intentionally sending Mario into a pit of doom. Number 14 was one of the many, many often gruesome deaths of Dirk the Daring from Dragon's Lair. And number 15, though it was hard to get a video, here's a picture of Minsk, everybody's favorite ranger barbarian berserker with a tiny giant hamster from outer space. Anyway, that is the death of Minsk for number 15. And the final round, round 4, was on movie posters. Let's see if you could recognize the portions of these posters. Number 16, you probably got that one right away. That was Blade Runner. Number 17, I hope was a bit tricky, but that was Back to the Future Part 3. Number 18 was Batman, Tim Burton's Batman. Like it or love it, it was huge when it came out in 1989. Number 19 was Akira. And number 20, you've probably seen it, don't know if you'd recognize the poster, but that was The Last Unicorn, of course. And that's the end. We've reached the end of the very first nerd quiz. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope to do more of these. I plan to do more of them. It was a lot of work, but I really enjoyed it, learned a lot, and it was fun thinking up questions and different activities. Activities? What are we? 5? Yeah, some of us are. And you know what? I still am. Anyway, nerd out with me next time. I hope to drop another one of these next week. It does take a lot of work and time to put into these though, but I want to thank my band, 9 Inch Nails. Everybody, my band, 9 Inch Nails, for supplying the soundtrack. And I'd like to thank the internet for everything else. And of course, all my friends growing up, Nerdly, for supplying me all of the greatness of the universe. Thanks very much for paying attention. We'll see you next time, I hope.